ever slept with Mr. McBride?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you were not in a relationship.
I was not in a relationship.
What is that? What do you call that?
A hookup?
Did you just hear that? A right-hand woman of Paul Sullivan has been sleeping around with top South African figures. The question is, could this be for a favor, for money, or as a white spy? All these were exposed when tension blew up in the committee. She started crying, but that couldn't save her. What she revealed about Lieutenant Mkhwanazi is what even shocked people the most. She also revealed a chilling truth on how Paul Sullivan has been using her in the country to destroy the reputation of big names, but nobody knew. Zansi, hear the story from the horse's mouth.
Start by appealing to your conscience. When I look at your profile here and your educational background, I can safely say that you have worked hard to become who you are today. You are saying here you obtained a certificate in market management, you obtained the Bachelor of Laws, you got admitted as an attorney of the High Court, you became a certified fraud examiner, and so on and so forth. And then, in my view, you started to experience problems when you met a man called Paul Sullivan. Are you proud for having worked with Paul Sullivan?
That's a difficult question. What I will answer is that I learned a lot, I experienced a lot, some of which was a bit traumatic.
Yeah, no. Leave the experiences, ma'am, and let me contextualize my question.
Please, yeah.
The reason why I'm asking, there's evidence before this committee which shows that there's a widespread discontent against Paul Sullivan. Many people are bringing different complaints about him, and he has jeopardized, allegedly, many careers, wrongfully so. Now, the question is, I'm not going to go into detail. And as if that is not enough, he even threatened members of parliament. He threatened a witness which was seated where you are sitting currently. He even threatened a member of parliament last week. I believe that as a patriotic South African, you do not endorse such behavior. Now, the question is, are you still proud of having worked with such a man?
I no longer tell people that I used to work with him.
No, we are not. We are not responding to my question now.
Am I proud to say that I had worked?
Are you proud? Leave alone his questionable history and desire to be a South African citizen, because that's where I'm going as well. I'm going to ask you a question. If you made enough research about him before you joined his company and about his intentions for coming into our country. For now, let's deal with this one. Are you still proud, having learned all these allegations and having learned all the evidence that has been adduced before this committee against him? Are you still proud for having worked with him?
I think it would be better to deal with the allegations, because I have not ever witnessed him committing an offense.
Okay, let me ask you this question, because seemingly I'm not going to get an answer on this one. Do you associate yourself with the wrongdoings orchestrated by Paul O'Sullivan? Ma'am, here I'm talking about a person who has not denied some of the allegations I've explained to you. He came to this committee. We asked him about threatening a witness who was there, Mr. Ngabinde. He has not denied, he did not even become evasive. He took ownership of all these things that I've spoken about. Now I'm asking you, do you associate yourself, do you still associate yourself with that character?
No,
Are you proud of having worked with him? After he has conceded to all these things, are you still proud?
I'm sad.
You are sad.
Yeah.
If you can be given an opportunity, because I believe you are a South African, were you born here in South Africa? And I believe you love this country. And I believe you are protective of your reputation and of your character. And the manner in which you have worked for your profile in terms of your educational background, you wouldn't allow your character to be easily destroyed by another person.
No.
Is that correct? Now, if I give you an opportunity here to clean your name, and the only way you can clean your name is by telling nothing but the truth. I'm telling you, South Africa will regain confidence in you. We've given some witnesses that opportunity here, and some espoused our advices, and they received a standing ovation. If I'm giving you an opportunity here to clean your name, will you take advantage of that?
I don't know. I will tell whatever you need, but I don't know if, like I said, I've never witnessed him committing an offense, but I will take any opportunity. Sorry, can you ask that question again?
No, the question is too long, ma'am. There are many questions I have for you. Would you take an opportunity of cleaning your name if I give that opportunity to you? Because your name is currently tainted through your association with Mr. Paul Sullivan. And the only instrument you can use to cleanse your name is by telling nothing but the truth.
Correct.
Would you take that opportunity?
Yes, I would.
Would you take advantage of it?
Yes.
Let's start here. There are allegations backed up by evidence which has been adduced here. SMSs, WhatsApp text, and so on, which suggest that you had a romantic relationship with Mr. McBride.
So the issue of my cell phone, I have taken legal advice. I don't want to deal with the issues of the cell phone. However, I will deal with the allegations or the question on Robert McBride.
So the question is, here we've been given evidence which is suggestive of a proposition that you had a romantic relationship with Mr. McBride.
It wasn't a romantic relationship, but we did have a social relationship.
Yeah, what is a social relationship?
We had meals together, and there was, I'm not going into my phone records. No.
Why did Paul McBride hate that you called him a horse? And you were angry when he said, do you want to bang? Why were you?
What?
Do you want to
No,
bang?
Chairperson, I need protection, please.
These messages were obtained when you were arrested.
No, that was stolen.
No,
It is
it was not
subject
stolen.
of a
Phones
criminal
were seized when you were
investigation.
arrested.
I'm-
Your phones were seized when you were arrested.
I'm not discussing my cell phone records. I will answer
Have you
anything,
ever
but I'm
slept
not
with
going,
Mr. McBride?
I'm not answering that.
Okay, something else now. You're not on message. Have you slept with Mr. McBride?
Not answering that.
Okay. Were you in an intimate relationship
Not
with him?
answering on my cell phone.
Not on your cell phone. I'm no longer there.
Yeah, okay.
Have you ever slept with Mr. McBride?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So you were not in a relationship.
I was not in a relationship.
What is that? What do you call that?
A hookup
Oh.
to it. They had no right to even download it. They had no right to it.
I've read the statement into the record
Mm.
that when you were arrested, you used your own cell phone to phone your attorney.
Mm.
So at which point would your cell phone gone into your car after you had it on your hand while you were being arrested?
Yes. So the Lucia police officer was holding it. And at some point when I said, oh, do I need my charger? He says, you're not going to need it. So when I was standing outside with this woman who was holding it, I said, oh, we don't need my phone. Let's just put it in my car. And so we put it in my car and off we went. So they didn't need it. They didn't
So
seize it.
your phone wasn't stolen. Your phone was taken on your person whilst you were being arrested. So if we then move on from that, you then describe the events of your arrest. We now have received a letter from the NDPP that states that the matter will be re-looked into. And so the merits of that case will still be dealt with. And we can now move on to the next section. Your affidavit then, after it's detailed everything about Camille's drift, on the last paragraph, you deal with false allegations of infiltration into IPID.
Mm-hmm.
Directly deny the allegations of infiltration into IPID. Can you state unequivocally your position on these allegations and why you deny them?
There was no infiltration into IPID. I had no control over anything in IPID.
Did you have, did you know the head of IPID,
Mr. McBride.
Mr. McBride,
Yes.
at the time?
Yes.
And you also were involved in investigations and assisting the work of the investigators of IPID
From time to
from
time.
time to time. What was your relationship with Mr. McBride?
We had a semi-social relationship, but nothing sort of serious. There was, we met for meals, not a lot. Yeah, so
So you had a relationship.
not a
No,
relationship.
a semi-social relationship is what you have. I want to use your words. So with that semi-social relationship that you had, did you talk about investigations?
We spoke about what was going on, the corruption that was going on in the criminal justice system, but not necessarily. You see, Mr. McBride wasn't doing any of the investigations himself. He was the executive director, so it wouldn't have been discussing the investigations. But it was a very long time ago.
Yeah. What Mr. McBride testified is that he personally put together a task team and allowed Mr. Cedric Nkabinde to head up that task team. That task team was formed of two of the members that you spoke about, the investigators. They also formed part of that task team. It was colloquially known as the Pahlane task team.
Okay.
And he was quite involved in following the work of the progress within that task team. That's what he testified. And Mr. O'Sullivan also testified that, yes, indeed, he had complained to Mr. McBride about the slow progress into the investigation of General Pahlani. So there was some involvement at a level that is not just as a senior, but he did have his eye on specifically that investigation. He testified to that effect. Now, my question to you is, as a person who had been part of that investigation, dealing with the investigators, what did you and Mr. McBride discuss in the semi-social?
I can't remember. I can't remember. It was matters. Firstly, you would have to ask Paul
No, I'm
about
asking-
no, I understand on, why he wanted to contact for that version of events. But if you compare the two matters, that was 2021 riots. I mean, that brought the country to
Let's
its knees.
quickly-
It's
remember
very
they said
different
I
to
have 10
ask.
minutes. Remember,
Sorry?
remember they said I have 10 minutes.
Sorry, just
So the question is, do write a tweet, you open a case.
there were
Andy
ma-
Ramaphosa is implicated in the Bosasa issue. You don't open a case. Why?
if you look at the two cases, the one of Andile Ramaphosa, it was something about, it was some
Bosasa.
alleged,
Bosasa.
no, if you looked at the allegation, it was an alleged allegation, but this
And
was the
there's
July.
also an allege
unre-
that she started it's an allege as well. You
No,
were in
no,
court right now.
Yeah.
You were asked whether do you think this is political? You said yes.
do I think what is political?
The attack on Duduzile Zuma.
I didn't say
But
yes.
let's go back. You did. Let's go back. The question is very simple. Bosasa is a corruption case. You are known in your organization to be hating on corruption, right?
Yes,
And Ramaphosa is implicated there.
yes.
Did you investigate? You went
Yes,
straight for
No,
clearing
yeah.
the name. And again, on your what you said here, first thing you said Ramaphosa called Bejan.
I don't know.
Ramaphosa called
don't know.
Paul Sullivan. You said that.
No.
It's on record. You said that.
No, I said.
Do you want to correct
Danny-
that maybe?
No, I never said,
You said, okay, let me repeat to you. You said Ramaphosa called Paul. Then Bejane comes in the picture to clear this matter. We'll rewind the video. I did check it. You said that. Now, my question specifically is this. Why on Duduzile Zuma you'll go and open a case, but on Ramaphosa's son, when he is implicated in corruption, you don't investigate, you don't open a case, you go for clarification of his name? Why?
it has to do with both the cases. It's not as simple
Are you
as
sure you're a lawyer?
if
Are
there
you
were,
sure you are a lawyer?
I'm a non-practicing,
Did you study law?
yes.
Seriously, I'm not that good in English, but I'm going to ask you this question again. Try to listen to my question. Why on Duduzile Zuma you went and opened a case on those allegations, but on
She was inciting violence and brought the country to
alleged.
its knees.
alleged, right?
And Andile Ramaphosa was alleged to have freaking received something in a bank account, and that was it. It is
Was there money
very
received by Andile?
different. Pardon?
Was there money received by Andile?
No.
Are you sure?
The allegation was
Wait,
about
just there.
the
Are you sure?
The allegation was about him receiving money into an
From?
ABSA bank account. I can't remember, but he had no
Okay, wait a
ABSA
minute.
bank.
Let's not rush. You say the allegation was about him receiving money from
Sorry,
Usasa, right?
And then I
Let me help
corrected
you.
myself.
Okay.
It was about a bank account, an ABSA, and there was an ABSA. He was alleged to have received or paid. It was something about an ABSA, and we checked whether there was an ABSA bank account registered in his name, and that was the.
And
it
money was in
wasn't.
that account, right?
He didn't have an ABSA bank. Look,
Money was in that account.
he didn't have. If I'm remembering the bank name
Okay, but let's
correctly,
leave it there.
the-
Let's go back to
the
a very
alleged
simple question.
bank,
What's
he
going to
did not-
make it implicated for yourself? Let's make it easy. On this side, you went to clear his name immediately. On this side, you went to open a case immediately. Are you with me? Why there's so unfairness? Why? Because it's Ramaphosa. Are you getting something from Ramaphosa?
No,
Do you think Paul is still friends with Ramaphosa?
I don't think
Have you met Cyril Ramaphosa?
I have
President
not.
Cyril Ramaphosa?
I have not.
You have not. You have not.
No.
Okay. When last did you speak to Paul Sullivan?
Yesterday?
On phone?
Yeah.
Okay. You
Or today. I mean, I saw him, but yeah.
you saw him before to yesterday and today?
We've been chatting since I've been there was the talk of me being called. I was not very happy, and so I told him that he needs to come and that
Okay, so
I
you
can't
were-
be.
you have been in contact.
It's his.
Let's
it's his,
quickly go to this
main-
now. Since you say you studied law, do you understand what is infiltration in regard to IPID? What would be
maybe
infiltration?
maybe
What
you
would
could.
be? Okay,
What maybe you could tell me what it could be, and I.
between you and Paula Sullivan, who infiltrated IPID?
Neither.
Let's qualify this with a definition. Infiltration is a person who works in a space where he's not supposed to be, right? Like being in going to Patlane's house as an IPID official, that would be wrong, right?
No,
If it was the case. Going to Patlane's house as an IPID.
I
official.
wasn't going as an
No, I
IPID.
didn't say you went. You are saying that. Did you go to Patlane's house as an IPID?
I went to Paklani's house. I did not
You
go as an
answered that.
IPID.
Now you've answered that question, and I did a favor and asked you that question. Now this is a different question. I'm asking, if you went to Patlane's house as an IPID official, that will be deemed wrong, right?
So I'm sorry, I don't, if I had gone, if I was an IPID official, sorry, I don't understand.
Okay. Who between you and Apollo Sullivan infiltrated IPID?
There was no infiltration, neither.
Okay. Let's test your law again. Is it allowed for a civilian to have information from an official, often a minister, or information that is supposedly to be known by an IPID official only? For example, McBride gives you an ID number of Honorable Ntleko. Was that correct? Was that in law?
I don't remember if he sent me the
He did
ID
say-
number.
It did.
Um,
Was that correct? The question is, was that
I don't
lawful?
see that there was, that was illegal.
Why not? Are you sure you're a lawyer, Marae? Are you sure? If I'm a police officer and I give you information in my docket as a civilian, isn't that, is that lawful?
You have to understand that as a certified fraud examiner,
Ah,
it's I don't know how to explain it.
are you allowed to mingle with the dockets of IPID?
Pardon?
Are you allowed to mingle with the dockets of IPID?
Am I allowed to?
To mingle, to be part, to